Today I'm going to be walking you through my AM skin routine as well as what I do to get a my skin but better look where it doesn't look like you have a lot of makeup on your face but still gives you that really glowy, I'm not wearing makeup but I am wearing makeup look. Let's just get right into it. I was washing my face with rose water, as you guys know from my previous video about dermaplaning. I ran out of it recently. I'm going to try and reintroduce this Mandelic acid toner back into my routine. This is from Makeup Artist Choice. Like I said, I do not wash my face in the morning because the water here is too hard, so I'm trying to reintroduce this back into my routine because it makes your skin, it's not automatic, but over time it makes your skin look like you have highlighter on and you don't. It looks so glowy and beautiful, but it can be drying, so you have to use it based on how your skin is reacting to it. Then I go in with the 2-in-1 Poreless Power Liquid. This is from COSRX. This is what the male K-pop stars use on their face to give them the glass skin effect. It's almost gone. I'm gonna try and find something to replace it. I don't really know if it did what they said it would. I don't know if it improved my skin or not. And I use 3 pumps of this. It's very liquidy, so I just rub it right on my face. That absorbs pretty quickly, so then I just go in with my eye cream, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue Eye Cream to turn back the clock. I use eye cream because I do tend to get a little bit of fine lines underneath my eyes throughout the day, and this just helps moisturize them. I get a little bit dry in here. This is on its very last leg. This is the Julep What Your Skin Needs Restorative Facial Milk. Like, there's something in it that just makes your skin look so luminous. This is probably gonna be the last time I can use it, to be honest with you. And I was using about 3 or 4 drops of this a day. So as you can see, just those products alone kind of give you a glowy base already. And then you're gonna wanna let that sink in for a couple minutes. Sometimes I like to do a jade roller on my face to kind of help it absorb. I have a rose quartz one, actually. It's from Royal Susie, which is next to my husband's kava bar, run by Megan. Hey, Megan. Since this was basically my moisturizer, I like to go in with a luminizer. I really like this one. I've been using this one a lot. This is the Divine Goddess Luminizer. I also have these. These are my other favorite ones. This is like OG favorite, MAC Strobe Cream. This is in Peach Light, but I do like it in Pink Light. That's my favorite one. And then we have the Wander Catch the Light Highlighter and Glotion. The other side is a stick highlighter. So this is really nice for traveling. This one is a little dark for me to use when I don't have any kind of tanner on my face. I will use this when I have a spray tan. The Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. This stuff is pricey, so honestly this is so similar. This has lasted me probably upwards of a year so far, and I've honestly never really seen people talk about this. The BUXOM one is a little bit more shimmery, I guess you could say. So this one right here is Charlotte Tilbury, and this one right here is BUXOM. A dime-sized amount, I would say I take. I just evenly distribute it on my face. And this one doesn't affect the color of my foundation. It doesn't look dark underneath it or anything, so that's why I really like it. It just looks like my skin tone, but luminous. You can use a foundation if you want, but try to use like as light of a layer as you can, because this isn't supposed to just be like a cover up of your face. This is supposed to be like, it looks like your skin, you're hiding a little bit of your imperfections, but you're still letting your skin shine through, basically. I feel like sometimes heavier foundations can age you. You wanna do like a light skin tint or a light foundation, and then just go over the areas that you're having problems with heavier concealer. That way you're not covering up your whole face like a mask and it's, you know, seeping into the lines in your face. You wanna look just like refreshed and like yourself, but just enhanced. That's my own personal opinion. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. This one is my favorite foundation of all time. I've been trying to do something more like MAC Face and Body. This is the First Aid Beauty Triple Protection Skin Tint with Goji Berry. This is SPF 30 and it is in the shade Fair. The only thing with this is that it does get a little clogged with foundation, so you have to sometimes clean it out. And then I blend this out with a damp beauty blender. So using a skin tint is really nice because it it doesn't cover up any of the luminous lotion that you just put on your face. Any kind of luminizer has the capability of being covered up by a more heavy foundation, so that's why it's really nice to use these lighter skin products. I have been reaching for this YSL Beauty Touche Eclat pen, which is a highlighting pen. It doesn't really have any kind of coverage really in it, it just brightens. So I have been using this underneath my eyes and in any areas that I feel like could use a little bit. I don't necessarily set underneath my eyes every single day. Sometimes your concealer or anything that you put under your eyes inevitably creases. It's easier to pat it away than to have powder on top of that, and then you try to pat it away and it just removes all of your makeup, which has happened to me so many times. Okay, now I'm going to be lightly contouring. I'm going to be using the Fenty Matchstick in Mocha. I really like this. I shopped my stash recently and decided to start using it again. It looks really nice because you can keep that little line. It doesn't really blend too crazy all out, so there. Okay, blend back into your hairline. Never drag your cream contour down. You want to see where that line is on your cheekbone and you want to blend around it. So it's not really going to slide all over your face. You are in control of the beauty blender and you can really manipulate it wherever you want. Just make sure that your placement of this is right along that line and keep blending it up and around, like up in this area. So this side is blended. So you can see the line is right here. So sometimes I put it a little bit above. Don't be afraid to blend it all around because we are gonna fill in any of the areas and make it look the most seamless when it comes to the blush next. If you have any areas that you think don't look as sharp as they can, just take the opposite side of this beauty blender because you did blend out your foundation with this. So there is a little bit left on here, and also it's just an eraser in itself if you drag it, and you can just kind of like erase it with the beauty blender. The line is drawn, but in a subtle way to where it's still lifted. My favorite blush is Glossier Cloud Paint. I'm gonna be using Puff, which is a really nice light pink shade. I think if you're gonna start with any of the cloud paints, I think Puff and Dusk are the best ones for that duo that you can get because you can mix them together and make more of a mauve color, or you can wear them on their own and they're both really pretty. As you can see, I love this shade. This is about how much I use for both my cheeks. And I place it right underneath my eyes, just pressing into the skin with my fingers, blending into the contour so that it looks all like one unit. And I do go over my nose to get kind of like almost like a sunburn look, but not. I don't really know how else to describe it. I like to focus it higher. Again, I want to have the appearance of having a really lifted look here. So if you're applying your blush down lower, sometimes it can drag down your face. I want my cheekbones to look as high as humanly possible. So now what I do is I take a cream highlighter stick. I'm using this one by Wander Beauty. This is their On the Glow blush in Bare, but the other side that I'm using, this is also a really nice blush by the way, a almost skin toned highlighter, and then I apply it above the blush, just so everything looks seamless. I might put it down my nose. Gonna blend it all in together. Don't be afraid to drag it down here. There's one side. So you see you're just pressing it into the whole contour and blush. Any freckles that kind of got covered up by the layers that I put on, I like to bring them out with this pen. Okay, so they may look really dark. Press your finger into the little markings you just did. And then to finish off the look, I like to take a lip pencil that's as close as humanly possible to my natural lip color. And I only like to line to make my lip shape look more symmetrical. This is the closest lip pencil I've ever gotten to my actual lip color, and this is Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This is not cheap, in Pillow Talk. I like to use the Beauty by Pop Sugar Be the Boss lip gloss, and this is in the shade Time After Time. I'm gonna go ahead and just powder this little area right here, and I don't wanna look greasy, I just wanna look luminous. So this is how I do my everyday glowing skin. I do believe that it starts with skincare. Don't be afraid to blend your highlighter into any other parts of your cheek other than your cheekbone. I think that it helps give a more youthful look if your whole mid face has a little bit of like a sheen to it. If you can, try not to over powder underneath your eyes because that can give you that like Sahara Desert look. This is just what I do for my face, so if there are any tips that you learned today, let me know if they were helpful, but this is how I've been doing my face for the past year and I really like it. So that's it for this look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks, bye.